It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway here in London. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the #1 overall pick leading them out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
And we're talking about a young man who proved it at every step along the way. First at Oklahoma, then at USC. Big-time talent, big-time production, and won a Heisman Trophy while playing for the Trojans. Now, the #1 overall pick lands in Chicago, and there's an awful lot of talent awaiting him, and now he gets a chance to utilize those weapons.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, this is second and a yard. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And Kmet had a solid season a year ago in which he set a new career high in receiving with over 700 yards on the year. A big-bodied weapon who creates a lot of problems for the defense.
On first and 10, it's Swift. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a first and 10 down at the 31. Going quickly out wide to Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk. but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this down to the 23. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jags respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 33, here's a second down and 6. Once again, it's Swift. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 3. On play action, here's Williams. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Williams. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. To the air, Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. In motion left is Davis. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off the option, here's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the counter, Etienne. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he fends him off. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he will have the Bears' first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
To throw, Williams. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Swift. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Now he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore from 19 yards away. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a 2nd and 2. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Operating from the gun, Williams. To the right side and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Lawrence. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brenton Strange, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
.30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. And pass complete to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To the air, Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Williams going to look to throw again. Allen has it, left side. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A short throw there to Strange. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Yeah, he only needed about a foot there, but there was nowhere to run.
Yeah, almost felt like he was trying to get a bigger play. He knew he only needed a short amount of yardage, but instead trying to find something bigger to pop. Sometimes you just have to take those dirty runs, pick up the yardage you need, and start over with a new set of downs.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Now Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve, 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And Thomas has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 37 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw, it's Williams. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game. Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan. No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling. Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you? Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down. And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away. But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Here's Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
This is Swift on the counter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. They go quickly here out to Moore. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 78 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Williams going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll look to Etienne to start things out. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. A short throw there is Strange. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the shotgun, Lawrence, that's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Etienne up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good effort there from Gervon Dexter. He drops him behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find Farrell open left side. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A pass complete to Odunze. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. He's back to throw. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They took their shot for the end zone. Almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And even 100 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To the air, Williams. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Throwing is Williams. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams now operating from the gun. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now, hang on here, because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Quick throw there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And we clearly saw right there why the Bears went out and got Montez Sweat last season. He's a player who appears to be on an upward trajectory, and plays like that are certainly a big reason why.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that 4th down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you absolutely have to have a first down, a touchdown, a big play. They went to that section right there and dialed that one up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Lawrence. And Davis with it left side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And this nearly intercepted. Oh, it's a victory if he could have held on to the football, but it does lead to a 4th down. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.